Hello everyone, my name is Alekhya, Assistant Professor in Cyber Security Department in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College. So today we are going to discuss about mobile viruses and how to prevent them. So what are the prevention measures we can take to avoid the mobile viruses? So today our topics are mobile viruses and how to protect from mobile malware attacks. Mobile viruses. So increasing the technologies nowadays. So the rapid increase in the technologies nowadays, the attacks being processed on the particular the attacks being processed on the internet or the devices that were connected to the internet is also increasing. So the technology is improved so much that we can send any messages within seconds to another person. So like that, the attacks also increased very much. So here the attackers are coming with so many sophisticated technologies to attack on us. So it might be the damage might be small or big. So but every time we have to face so many cyber attacks. So here we are having so many types of viruses through internet, but here we are going to discuss about the mobile viruses. So mobile is a handheld device where we can use it for communication purposes or any other purposes. So through that also viruses will be attacked. So mobile viruses, they get spread through two main dominant communication protocols. So it might be the Bluetooth, MMS, emails, so which are connected to the internet, or through the Bluetooth also the viruses might attack. So here Bluetooth virus. So it can easily spread with a distance of 10 to 30 meters through Bluetooth activated phones. So if our phone is activated with some Bluetooth, so it is a vulnerability that was given to the one attacker. So we are indirectly giving the vulnerability access to some other X person. And here MMS is another virus where it can send a copy of itself to mobile users whose numbers are available in the infected mobile phone's address book. So in mobile phone's address book, what are the contacts it is having? So if one particular mobile is attacked, so by using MMS, the copies will be sent to the infected mobile phones. It will be sent to infected mobile phones address book. So the contacts in the address book all will get affected by using this MMS virus. So once infected, a mobile phone can become a source for spreading the virus by sending texts and emails to other vulnerable devices. So once one mobile is affected, so through the Bluetooth or MMS or emails, the data can be, so that malware can be sent from one mobile to so many mobiles. So it might not be only mobile. If it is any handheld devices which were connected to the internet also can be affected by using these malwares. And how to protect it from mobile malware attacks. So how to protect them? So we are having some tips to protect mobile malware attacks. So what are they? First one, download or accept programs and content only from a trusted source. So if you want to download or accept any programs from the internet or some other sources, so it should be from the reputed source itself. So that source should be reputed. Otherwise, we shouldn't accept that. And next one, if your mobile is equipped with Bluetooth, it should be turn it off. So in the usage itself, it should be on. So if it is not in use, it should be turn it off. Or it to be non-discoverable mode. So if it is not in use, we should be turn it off, or we should set it as a non-discoverable mode. So when it is not in use, or if you are not using. So when you are using that, then we can on it and we can use it for transferring the files or for using the Bluetooth, anything. At the time only we have to use, and if it is not in use, it should be turn off. And if your mobile is equipped with beam infrared, that is infrared, it allows to be receives incoming beams only from the trusted source. So we should allow any files or any beams, any incoming beams from the trusted source itself. So it should not be from unauthorized parties. And for every mobile devices which was connected to the internet, it should be downloaded and installed with antivirus software. It should be installed with antivirus software. It is must and should, where it will stop some of the attacks for being attacked. So it acts like a firewall. So it will not allow every access to our mobile devices. Or otherwise it will ask if if the access has to be done or not. Like that, so many users were there for installing antivirus softwares in mobile devices. And we are having some attacks through mobiles. So first one, phishing. So what is phishing attack? So phishing, it is something like phishing related to mobile phones and phishing. So it is like something which is related to phishing attacks. So if you use your mobile phones for purchasing or goods or services and for banking, you could be more vulnerable for phishing scam. Okay, so here the attacker pretends to be employee from a bank or another organization and will claim a need for your personal details. So it is so many members or so many other authorities also has been fooled by using this phishing attack. So they'll just pretend to be some one of the employee or some of the known person to us. Like that, they'll try to extract the details from us. So it is not only through the banks. So through so many web applications or through chat boxes, like through WhatsApps, like that, so many attacks were happening through the internet. So it is nothing but phishing attacks. So here phishing attack is nothing but someone who is trying to pretend to be another person and he is trying to communicate with us to extract the personal data or some credential information. So it is done through the mobile. So it is nothing but phishing attack. So phishing is nothing but mobile plus phishing attacks. And next one, phishing attacks. Here phishing is phishing over the telephone system. So it is through the telephone system, most often using features facilitated by VoIP. And here to gain access to personal and financial information from the public for the purpose of financial reward. So for gaining some money from us, they'll try to gather the information through telephone systems. So what it includes? It includes ID theft. So if our details has been given, there might be some ID that was created by another person and he can use that particular ID for any purposes, for traveling or for using the reputation, anything. For any purposes, this identity theft can be used for the criminals. And purchasing luxury goods and services. So for purchasing purposes also they can use. And here transferring money or funds. So if we was dig into a phishing attack, there might be chance of transferring money. So our access has been taken to another person. It is nothing but transferring money or funds. And monitoring victims' bank accounts. It is one of the passive attack where he will just monitor the bank account activities. So at the time of execution, he'll try to attack on the account and he'll try to extract the money. And making applications for loans and credit cards. So it is also a very big scam where he will try to make so many applications for loans and credit cards and he will use that particular amount by using our details. So these are nothing but phishing attacks. These are all phishing attacks. And next one, smishing attack. So phishing attacks through telephone, whereas smishing attack is through SMSs. through SMS the phishing attack is happened. It is nothing but smishing attack. So what they will do? They will use cell phones, text messages to deliver a lure message to get the victim to reveal his or her IP address. He will give some details about the text messages. He make them believe that it is from a reputed source, and he'll try to give the information, personal information of that particular person. It is nothing but SMS phishing, nothing but smishing attack. And hacking Bluetooth. So through Bluetooth also so many attacks might happen. So if we on our Bluetooth and left outside, so there is any particular vulnerability that is exposed to the another attack, some attacker, so there is a chance of sending malwares to that particular Bluetooth account. So first of all, what is Bluetooth? So Bluetooth is a short-range wireless communication service. Short-range wireless communication service or technology that uses the 2.4 GHz frequency range for its transmission or communication. So it can be used for communication purposes or for transmission of files or data or anything, for transfer of details like that. Here, an attacker, he installs some special software on the laptop, then installs a Bluetooth antenna. He will install one antenna which constantly scans the nearby surroundings for active Bluetooth connections. So what this antenna will do? It will constantly search for the Bluetooth connections if there is anyone kept it on or not. So once the software tool used by the attacker finds and connects to a vulnerable Bluetooth enabled cell phone, what they will do? It can like download address book information, photos, calendars, SIM card details, and make long distance phone calls using the hacked device, and bug phone calls and much more. So many attacks might happen. So what it can do? So if once one person's address book was downloaded by the attacker, so many things it can do. Photos. So our personal photos, our calendars. So calendars is also important where our activities has been recorded over there. SIM card details. By using SIM card details also they can do so many criminal activities. And make long distance phone calls using hacked device. So using hacked device, pretend to be some other, and he'll try to communicate with other person within the address book. And bug phone calls and much more. So many like that. So many things can be done by using only hacking a simple Bluetooth. And we are having some specific security issues through Bluetooth. So first one, blue jacking, blue snuffing, blue bugging, car whisperer. So these are some Bluetooth security issues. So first one, Bluetooth jacking, Bluetooth surfing. So through Bluetooth it can search for another details. Bluetooth hijacking is nothing but Bluetooth jacking, and blue bugging, and car whisperer. So if there is any car, it is one of the device that was connected to the cars through the Bluetooth. So that information can also be extracted by the attacker. So these are some security issues. Unconventional or stealth storage devices. So what it is? So here, firewalls and antivirus softwares are no defense against the threat of open USBs. These firewalls and antivirus softwares are no defense against the threat of open USB. So they will not do for the open USB ports. Not only can viruses, worms and trojans get into the organization network, but they'll also destroy vulnerable data in the organization's network. They not only just enter into the organization, and they simply watch the activities in the organization. So there is another danger. They'll destroy valuable data in the organization network. And sometimes the standard access control with Windows OS, they do not allow the assignment of permission for USB ports, and restricting these devices becomes next to impossible. So anyone can connect to a USB or small digital camera or MP3 player to the USB port of any unattached computer and will not be download confidential data or upload harmful viruses. And another factor in cybersecurity complications with mobile data is in their falling cost. So early handhelds were expensive and specialized. So they were deployed only for specific applications. But more general purposes models are now available at a relatively low cost, often bundled with a tariff for wireless connection. Because modern handheld devices for mobile computing are at times good productivity tools, they cannot be precluded from used by employees, contractors, and other business entities. So it is important for the device management teams to include user awareness education. So how to use the mobiles, so how to manage from attackers. So all this has to be give some awareness education for the users. So thus they can engage to some personal responsibility for the physical security of their devices. So like that they can secure some like not up to extent, at some extent they can secure their details or secure their mobile phones. So threat through lost and stolen devices. So if our devices were stolen or some lost, we have lost it. So we shouldn't live like that, as it is having our data. So if the device is gone, it is okay. So if the data is gone, it is very big loss to any person. So often mobile handheld devices are lost while people are on move. They'll just move. So it is not that value of the handheld devices that is important, but rather the content that if stolen or lost can put a company at a serious risk of sabotage, exploitation, or danger to its personal integrity, as many of the times the mobile wireless devices are provided by the organization. So if the device was lost, it is not only the loss for that particular user. So it might be a loss for the family, or it might be a very big loss for the organization, like that. As it is having so many confidential information, it is having our bank details, if it is having our family details, it is having our address books, it is having our photos, videos, like so many information, some confidential information will be there. Or if it is related to some organization, it is having some organizational details. So every mobile, it will be connected to one account, one Gmail account. So our Gmail accounts will also be hacked. So like that, so many details were there only on the lost devices. So protecting data on lost devices. So how to protect our data? So for protecting data that were lost persistently on a device, there are two precautions that individuals can take for preventing disclosure of data stored on mobile devices. What it is? Encrypting sensitive data and encrypting the entire file system. So we have to encrypt two important data storages. So first one, the sensitive data and the entire file system. And the data that are stored on hard disk is persistent memory on removable memory sticks. They should be protected by encrypting the servers where a database files is residing. So the database files where it is kept, like where the location is, that location should be protected by using encryption using the servers. So through that only it has to be given access. So like that we can protect some of the extent of the data. And educating the laptop users. It is also very important, like Often it so happen that corporate laptop users, they can be putting their company's network at risk by downloading non-work related software which is capable of spreading viruses, spyware. So they will result from a survey in we are having one figure for this. So that has to be educated. Laptop users has to be educated how we have to use that. No such risk we have to take for downloading non-related works. And another one, the policies and procedures put in together for supporting of for support of laptops, they have evolved over the years. That has to be able to cope successfully with managing laptops connected by the wireless means or otherwise. So this is the diagram. So most important management for support issues for laptops. So what are the most important management or support issues for laptops? So first one, operating system and patch management. Operating system and patch management. Network access configuration. So it is like up to 40 to 60%. And deploying applications. So deploying applications, it is like 40, nearly 40 above. And abuse of misuse of laptops is also very high. And replacing lost or damaged laptops will also be it is like nearly 30%. And keeping track of numbers deployed. And lack of user training is very less. So these are all the responses and those with broad wireless laptop experience. So in laptop experience, the operating system and patch management is high, and network access configuration is 40 to 60%. Deploying applications, it is nearly 40%, just above, and using abuse or misuse of laptops is up to 40%, like that. Replacing lost devices, keeping track of numbers deployed, and lack of training, user training. So these are all the respondents, and these are all the respondents, and these are all the broad wireless experience. And encrypting organizational databases is also one of the useful thing for stolen devices. To protect the organization's data loss, databases need to encrypt. They need encryption. So the databases where the data has been stored, that has to be encrypted. So two algorithms that are typically used to implement strong encryption bases are, the first one, Rinchdill, a block encryption algorithm chosen as a new advanced encryption system standard for block ciphers by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST compliance. And multidimensional space rotation algorithm. So it is developed by Casio. And encrypting the databases scrambles the information contained in the main database file, so that it cannot be deciphered by looking at the files using a disk utility. So encrypting the databases, it mainly scrambles the information, so which is contained in the main database file. And while using strong encryption, it is important not to store the key on the mobile device. So we should not store the key on the mobile devices. That is equivalent to leaving a key in the locked door. So at the locked door itself, if you leave the key, what will happen? If you leave the key at a locked door, what will happen? Any attacker, we have given a chance to one attacker to come into the database. So like that, we should use a strong encryption, and it should not be kept in the mobile device. And here the key is, whenever you start the database, or you want to use a utility on your databases. And for greater security, there is another option available, that instructs the database server to display a dialog box whether the user can enter the encryption key. So it is like display the dialog box. These are some like preventing measures for mobile devices if they were theft, and including mobile devices in security strategy. So how we can include in security strategies? So for this, a few things that enterprises can use. So first one, implement strong asset management, virus checking, loss prevention, and other controls for mobile systems that will prohibit unauthorized accesses and the entry of corrupted data. So what we have to do, implement some strong asset management. So it is for virus checking. If there is any virus was checking, so we can prevent loss prevention, other controls for mobile systems. So what they will do? They will prohibit unauthorized, they will prevent unauthorized accesses and entry of corrupted data. So if entry of corrupted data is also very dangerous. And next one, investigate alternatives that allow a secure access to the company information through a firewall like VPNs. So mobile VPNs. So investigating alternatives also is important, which allows the security access. And next one, develop a system of more frequent and through security audits for mobile devices. So we have to develop a system of more frequent and through security audits for mobile devices. And next one, incorporate security awareness into your mobile training and support programs. So we have to incorporate security awareness into our mobile training and support systems. And notify the appropriate law enforcement agency and change passwords. So according to the appropriate law enforcement agency, we have to change our passwords. So based on the notifications, we have to make strong passwords and we have to change the passwords periodically. So this is the fifth one. So these are the contents we have discussed today. First one, mobile viruses and how to protect mobile malware attacks. So what are the mobile viruses? It is the malwares that were attacked from the Bluetooth or the MMS or emails. So where Bluetooth that can spread the distance of 10 to 30 meters through Bluetooth activated phones, and MMS where the virus can spread from a copy of itself to other mobile devices. So through the mobile phone's address book. And how to protect them? We have to download or accept programs from the reputed source itself. And another important thing, we have to install some antivirus software for the mobile devices. And for phishing, it is like a phishing attack. So phishing is nothing but pretend to be another person. So if A want to send some information to B, there is another person C who is an attacker, pretends to be A and he sends a message to B. So it is nothing but phishing attack, where phishing is nothing but it is connected through mobile phones. So if we use your mobile phone for purchasing or goods or services and for banking, you could be more vulnerable to a phishing scam. So if you are using mobile phone for purchasing purposes of goods and services for banking through banking, so we have given the attacker a chance for phishing scam. And here the attacker, they pretend to be an employee from a bank. So it might be an employee from a bank, a known person from another states, like that an unknown person who pretends to be a known person to another states. Like that, so many phishing attacks might happen through mobile phones. And phishing attack is nothing but the phishing attack over the telephone. And phishing is nothing but through the SMS attacks. And hacking Bluetooth is very easy for the attackers, where they can install one Bluetooth antenna which constantly scans for the nearby surroundings for active Bluetooth connections. So if we have opened our mobile phones and kept on our Bluetooth and kept aside, there is a chance where we can give the attacker a chance for attack might happen by the attacker. So once the software tool used by the attacker finds and it connects to a vulnerable Bluetooth enabled cell phone, what it will do, it can like download address book information, photos, calendars, SIM card details, make long distance phone calls using a hacked device, and bug phone calls and much more. They can do anything by using the hacked Bluetooth. So these are some Bluetooth specific security issues. So first one, Bluetooth plus hijacking is nothing but bluejacking. So where through the Bluetooth the hacking might happen, and the access can be given. The access can be taken by the attacker. It is nothing but bluejacking. It is done through the Bluetooth. And blue snuffing. So he will search for the information through the Bluetooth. He will search for the information through the Bluetooth if our Bluetooth device is on. It is nothing but Bluetooth blue snuffing. And blue bugging. So sending so many bugs to a particular mobile phones, so which was on, like which was enabled by the Bluetooth, is nothing but blue bugging. And car whisperer. Car whisperer is nothing but it is connected to the Bluetooth, where it is the device in the car where it was connected to the Bluetooth through the mobiles. So there also there might be chance of viruses attacks. So these are some Bluetooth specific security issues. And this is some unconventional storage devices, where if there is any threat happen, what will be what we have to what is this threats through lost and stolen devices. So what will happen if there is any theft that was happened to the mobiles or devices, handheld devices? There is a chance of collecting the data. So they will not theft the devices for the device purpose. They will theft the devices for the information purpose. So here data is everything. So data is everything. Through data they can do anything. So for that we have to give some precautions for that. So for protecting our lost data or devices, what we have to do, we have to mainly use two preventions that can prevent disclosure of data on mobile devices. First one, encrypting sensitive data and encrypting the entire files. These are the two important things we have to precautions that we have to do when the mobile has been lost. And educating laptop users is also important, where spywares, there is a chance of getting spywares. Spyware is nothing but it is like someone who is spying on us. He's constantly watching our activities. It is nothing but one passive attack. So for execution, after execution, it will become the active attack and the loss will happen at that time. So this is some most important management and support issues for laptops. And encrypting organizational databases. So here we are having encrypting organizational databases is nothing but to protect the organization's data loss, and databases need encryption. For protecting the organizational data loss, we have to make the databases encrypted. For that, we are having two important data files like algorithms like Dundigal, a block encryption algorithm. So it's chosen as a new advanced encryption standard for block ciphers by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, and multidimensional space rotation MDSR algorithm. So it was developed by Casio. So after including mobile devices in security strategy, a few things for enterprise that can help, they can implement strong assets, they can appropriate law enforcement, they can incorporate security awareness, they can develop a system of more frequent and through security audits for mobile devices like that, and they can use firewalls also. So firewall is nothing but they can stop the unauthorized accesses or viruses that were coming from or pretend to be reputed sources. So it is nothing but firewalls. So these are the differences that was taken. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.